Hi guys, I hope you had a nice Easter and you enjoyed some of the sunshine outside. We're going to do an art lesson today, a bit of a messy art lesson, based around the artwork of Caroline Ashwood. Now she's a current artist and I find her work quite exciting. She uses lots and lots of colour and she doesn't tend to use a brush a lot. She uses her fingers and she throws her paint around and she relies on your eye creating the picture for you from the colours that she's put onto her picture. Now you can see as it closes in on the pictures that it's mostly it's a lot of blobs and blended paint almost thrown onto the canvas, so the paintings have lots of energy, and she particularly likes working with flowers and the natural world. So you can see as this one gets in closer that there aren't any shapes really, there aren't any flowers drawn, but when you look at the painting it's what you can see flowers in a meadow. Her colours are very vibrant and very alive. She lives in Yorkshire and she works from Yorkshire. She's a full-time painter and she pulls a lot of her artwork from the countryside around her. She was born in 1970, so she's 50. So what we're going to do today is we're going to have a go at creating a flower meadow. Now, as I said, this is going to get messy, so you need to check with Mum and Dad first. There's a list of things that you're going to need that will come up very shortly. But the most important thing is to enjoy working with the paint. My daughter Molly is going to help us today. And there she is, giving us a wave. We're going to need some watercolour paints, some middle-sized brushes, a ruler, some plates to put the paint on, cotton wool balls, hairbands, kitchen towel, thin strips of material and paper. Now, if you haven't got some of those things, it's okay. It's about having an experiment. So if you haven't got a hairband, you could perhaps try a elastic band or something like that. Try different things from around your house to, well, I won't tell you what we're going to do yet. You'll see in a moment. The other thing is you need to do this probably outside on a dry day because we're going to make some mess. There will be paint that goes everywhere. So we've covered a garden chair with a bin bag to protect it from the paint, and you'll see that shortly. So first, Molly is going to paint in the background for us. Now she's going to use a light blue. She's going to make sure that this is the sky, that the paint strokes go across the page, not up and down. It's very important that if you want it to look like the sky, it needs to go from left to right and right to left. And notice that she's not scrubbing with her brush, she's stroking with it. And it's okay to have it not even. So some bits are a little bit whiter and some bits are a bit bluer. That's actually, it all adds to the texture, so it's really rather lovely. And then once she's done the blue bit for the sky, she's going to put some yellow and green for the grass, the background colour of the grass of the meadow. So there you can see she's just about finished that bit, and she's going to use a different brush to blob some paint on, and then she's going to mix them. Don't mix them too much because it's actually quite nice being able to see the yellow and see the green separately, so don't over blend them. Make sure you enjoy that movement of the paintbrush with lots of energy in it all across that page. Make sure you're keeping it straight, going left to right, right to left. And there you can see we've got happening a meadow and the sky. Beautiful. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use a board and put green and yellow onto the board, and then we're going to take a ruler. Now watch what Molly does with the ruler, because it's quite good fun, this. So she gets paint all over it, and actually she's going to put both colours on there at the same time. Then she's going to use the edge of the ruler to make lots of grass and stalks ready for our meadow flowers. And as you can see, each line has got yellow and green in it. And all different angles and different heights. So some of them do shorter and some of them do longer. And now you can see already it's looking like plants on a green background on a grassy field. So it's quite exciting. Now you need to wait for it to dry before we do the next stage. While we're waiting for it to dry, we're going to have a little bit of an experiment. Molly just used a cotton wool ball soaked in paint and threw it at the piece of paper, and it splatters out in a really exciting way. I'm now going to flick that was a hairband dipped in red paint, and you can see how much red paint is spattered everywhere. It's really good. I love it. Now there you can see the effect of the two different paint soaked things. So have a play using scrunched up material, scrunched up kitchen towel, elastic bands. Molly's used kitchen towel there, that on that orange one. Whatever you can find to ping at your picture. Make sure the paint is not too watery, but also make sure it's not too thick. So now we're going to try it on our actual painting, and there you can see Molly has used kitchen towel to splatter purple paint. And then I've used a hairband. And that's the kitchen towel again. I think Molly really enjoyed using the kitchen towel covered in paint. And it doesn't matter that it doesn't look like flowers, because by the end of it, that's what your eye will do. That was a hairband covered in yellow paint. And that's a cotton wool ball covered in a bit of yellow and orange, I think. I rather like that. It's not quite such an intense colour. And then I've just pinged another hairband. And that's using a thin strip of cloth. And that makes some quite interesting patterns. And those patterns change each time you use it. And Molly's aim wasn't very good. She kept missing the painting. And there we go. There's our painting by Caroline Ashwood. Now, if you wanted to, you could put some middles into the flowers if you wanted to, or you could just leave it like that. Make sure your name's on the bottom corner. What I'd love for you to do is to take a picture of it and email it to me. I'd love to see the paintings that you produce. So anyway, have fun, guys. And I will see you very soon with another art video. We've got a music video as well, I think, today too. Okay, have fun. Take care. Bye.